Hello, 703. Good morning. Welcome to another week of remote learning. We're on a new unit this week and going forward. Right? Unit is resilience and empowerment. Right? What does it mean to be resilient? Means you're not giving up. You keep pushing back. And then empowerment is really as a result of resilience, right? You to empower, right, is to inspire others. So because of your resilience, you empower other people. Think about it as your action inspiring other people to act as well, and that's a good thing, man. All right. So new unit, that's what it is. Um, so few things I'm considering: agenda, right? Make sure you check in for attendance. Make sure that you use your school email. Is going to be important now, and it's important now, it's going to be important in the future. If you're having trouble accessing the assignments, probably because you're not using school email. That's one reason. And if you're not able to join the other classes, that's also another reason. um, Not using your email is also another reason. Do now morning question, I put that up on a daily basis. um, Make sure that you answer those questions and try to answer them before the class starts in terms of video conference. On the other days when we're not video conferencing, which is usually Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, all right, those questions are there for you to answer. Also, you have other assignments you work on just the same way. Instruction and task, let's get to it. So the question this morning that was put up was, which of the following best explains how to write your evidence for a particular writing assignment? Okay, and I'll give you some, I gave you some choices and you choose them. I'm still looking at them pretty much. Once by the end of the day, I'll send the credit over, send the feedback, and then now you'll see where the response, well, on what response you got. I expect everybody should have a 4 point for this. So it's page numbers, quotation marks, and the exact words. When I say give me evidence, I need exact words, page numbers, and quotation marks. If it's a poem, line numbers, stanza, right? Paragraph numbers also works, for articles or stories. That's important. Make sure we get that. Now the assignment will be on New Zealand, all right? And the question is really, what does it mean to be resilient, right? Let's back up for a second. So make sure that you always get the evidence as necessary. Now, for your assignment, which is on New ZLA, all right, it's gonna be centered around Maya Angelou. All right, one of my favorite activists, favorite poets. Pretty important. So when we think about Maya Angelou, it's really about resilience, empowerment, right? She was pretty much in that case, and so you're gonna figure out these reasons why. Resilience pretty much means, pushing forward, not giving up, as I've said before. Learning objective. All right, so this is the objective. Students will be able to cite evidence that mostly supports an analysis of what the text or video says. All right, explicitly, as well as drawing inferences from the text. Now, of course, in later on this week, there will be video to also cite evidence from. But right now we're focusing on Maya Angelou, and that's what you'll be using the reading on News ELA to do. So when you get do the reading, cite the evidence. All right, evidence. Please make sure that we have the appropriate amount as well. Now we're gonna do writing strategies. Um one of the things I keep reminding you all too is that when you are reading any text, make sure that you're also questioning information that you're getting. Make sure that you talk to the readers as if when authors write, they're actually speaking to the reader, and the reader responds by, annotating, right? And annotation is important. So in this case, you'll be reading. You can stop, question certain information, maybe open up a new tab, look for words that you might not know, right? You talk out your thoughts. If you have a question, answer it in your head, and then now you talk it out and then respond in writing. So that's what we're doing. Now, an example, right? Citing evidence. So first example right here, I'm gonna do this, and then now I'll show you the next one, give you opportunity to do the same. So which is the best evidence to support the fact that Maya Angelou was a resilient All right, someone who never gives up, woman, right? Which evidence supports the fact that she was very resilient. So here's it. During World War II, Maya Angelou moved to San Francisco, where she studied dance and acting. Also during this time, Angelou became the country's first black female cable car conductor. Though she only held the job briefly in 1944 when she was 16, Angelou gave birth to a son, Guy. The child was born following a short-lived high school relationship. To support herself and her child, Angelou had to work a number of jobs without the help of the father. In 1952, Angelou married Anastasios Angelopoulos, a Greek sailor. From him she took her professional name, a blend of her childhood nickname, Maya, and a shortened version of his family name. Now, notice some things. I'm going to go back to the question a little bit, but notice what I was doing, right? As I was reading, when I reached to the commas, I took a momentary pause, right? This is part of punctuation, right? Grammar, punctuation, commas, quotation marks, those are punctuation. But for commas specifically, I was supposed to be taking that momentary pause. Anyways, back to the question. So it asks me, what evidence supports that she was resilient? She never gave up. Someone who keeps pushing to go forward, right? And so for me, as I'm reading, right, it seems that she was doing a whole lot of things. It's like she had one job and then she has another job, right? Like she kept going, I gotta get this job. The fact that she didn't have the cable car conductor job for too long, and then now she decided that she's gonna um, go on to really work even harder. The father for her son wasn't around, and I think this would be the perfect evidence, right? Um, right here, this sentence right here. Angela had to work a number of jobs. I don't even have to write this entire sentence. I'm looking for what's specific. And the fact that she was doing so many jobs tells me that she was resilient. She was a hardworking person, never gave up. But you see what I'm doing there? I am talking to myself about this. I'm explaining why this evidence shows that Maya Angelou is resilient. And that's what I'm looking for from you all. So when we go to the next one now, right? It's a different question. Which evidence best supports the fact that Maya Angelou wanted the best for her son? Right, we read this up before. I'm gonna give you some time to think about it. Okay, so really, which evidence best supports that she want? Which evidence supports the fact that she wanted the best for her son? Right, and I'm looking. During World War, where she studied dance, and also during this time, she was 16 and gave birth to a son. I was born from a short-lived high school to work number of jobs. Break from him, she took her. Again, it seemed like this one turns out to be the same evidence. Again, she was resilient. She never gave up. And that seems like the best evidence just the same. Right? So if you had that one, good. Right? If you chose something else, you want to think about why you chose that. How does that show that she wanted the best for her son? When someone wants the best for someone else, they're gonna work hard to do whatever it is they need to do to make sure that this person, whether it's their child, cousin, family, or sibling, whoever it is, or friend, is in a better position than they originally were. And that's really what it comes down to. So with that being said, right, when you get to News ELA, you'll respond to the article. There's four questions that you have to answer first, four multiple choice questions, and then you answer the writing prompt. Make sure that we get both of those in, right? All the best, young ones. Peace.